Next, we're going to turn on the visibility of body 1, 2, 5, 2, 7, and 6. Going to right view. I'm going to hit M for move and select these 3 bodies. So now I'm going to move it again 100 millimeters to the left and hit OK. Let's now go to our sketch and turn on reference line 2. Next, I'm going to turn on the visibility of plane 3. Selecting this plane, right click and create sketch. I'm going to move up and turn off the visibility of frame. I'm going to hit R to grab our rectangle and selecting center rectangle. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to hover my mouse over this point and guesstimate the center point of this rectangle. So left click. I'm going to key in 2. Hitting enter. Next, I'm going to select this line and this line. Right click and select equal. I'm going to go now to sketch and select rectangular pattern. We are prompted to select objects. I'm going to create a window selection. Now for the distance type, I'm going to select extent. I'm going to grab this blue arrow down and this blue arrow to the right. And I'm going to change the direction type to symmetric and this one to be symmetric as well. Next, I'm going to resize and grab our arrow. Same here. And nudging this arrow up once more. And finally hitting OK. Next, I'm going to create a window selection. I'm going to hit Ctrl C. Left click here to deselect that selection. And Ctrl V. And drag this copied items down. I'm going to zoom in and position this one up. And finally hitting OK. Next, I'm going to move down and instead I'm going to create a new set of rectangular pattern hitting R. So making sure that I'm using center rectangle. So left click here, I'm going to key in 2, hitting enter. Next, selecting this line and this line, right click and select equal. And now I'm going to go to sketch, selecting rectangular pattern. We are prompted to select objects, selecting this square, moving this one down, and moving this arrow to the right. I'm going to change the direction to symmetric, and this one as well to be symmetric. Next, selecting this arrow once more, and I'm going to type 4 to increase the value and drag this one. And hitting OK. So next, I'm going to grab this one up to reposition. And finally, zooming out and grabbing our rectangle once more, selecting center rectangle. I'm going to drop our center point here, creating a rectangle. Same here, left click and left click outside. Left click here and left click outside. Next, I'm going to hit E for extrude, selecting this outside profile, this profiles. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to drag our arrow down and extents, selecting all, and finally hit OK. So this is a number crunching task. Next, I'm gonna go and turn on frame, going to right view, and I'm gonna hide this sketch, right click and find it in the browser, turning this off. Next, creating another window selection, hitting M and moving this back to -100 and finally hitting OK. And now I'm going to go to modify and select combine. I'm going to scroll over to our bodies, selecting body 154, holding shift and selecting body 125. I'm going to deselect target body just to make sure and select frame. I'm going to deselect keep tools and for the operation to be join. And finally hit OK. So now they all merge into frame and inspecting. So here we can add fillets for this edges, hitting F for fillet, zooming in, selecting these edges. Now for the radius, I'm going to type in 0.1. Selecting these edges. This one, this one, this one. Control left click this one. And for the rest, you may add fillets here. And I'm going to see you on the next lesson.